friends, this is Chrissy cooking at home, and surprisingly enough, I am Chrissy, and I wanted to give an update on life and baby Nellie, Miss Nellie, Nellie Belly, Nellie Girl. We had little nicknames like that for her. I call her Sweet Pea a lot. Okay, so baby update, right? Okay. I am getting used to a new camera mount with microphone. It's a vlog kit for using your phone as a camera. And I'm hoping this will work until I get an actual camera. Baby update, that's what I said. So, Miss Nellie came early. She had severe intrauterine fetal growth restriction. She stopped growing at 34 weeks gestation, born at 37 weeks. She's put on about 3 pounds, and she's grown 2 inches in 6 weeks. They did an ultrasound of her hips because she was breech. It was just standard, and it came back normal. So no congenital hip dysplasia. But the pediatrician did say that with all the factors involved, she could get developmental hip dysplasia at some point through the years. It's a possibility. It's not definite. So the doctor said she would be checking Nellie's hips at every visit. If she feels or sees anything funky, she will order another ultrasound to rule anything in or out. So that made me happy that she is normal, that her hips are fine, because Georgie had hip dysplasia and he needed surgery to correct it, and he had a bilateral hip surgery. Torturous, that poor kid. Torturous. He was about 4 years old, and he was in a body cast that went up to his armpits, and it was so painful for him, and it was difficult to take care for him in that kind of a cast. But we got through it. He did great, but it still sucked, and I didn't want Nellie to go through it, and she doesn't have to, at least at this point. And then, because of everything, Nellie had evaluation for physical therapy and global delays. I know, a 6-week-old baby. But the earlier you get it started, the better. I know that from Georgie and Logan. I did not feel she needed the evaluation because I did not feel she needed PT or any other therapies. I just feel that she's advanced. She was rolling over at 9 days old. She was holding her head up at almost perfectly at about 7 days old. And now at 6 weeks old, it's like 99% perfect for like a 4 or 5 month old. So, she's just fantastic. So we had the evaluation yesterday, and she thoroughly impressed all the evaluators and the coordinator. And we gave, of course, some history on how she's doing with her eating and her sleeping and her playtime and what she does for us at home. Because, it's such a short snapshot for these evaluations. Such a short just an hour to do an evaluation on a child that we live with 24/7. So, we give background on what she's doing with her eating, her sleeping, her diaper changes, how that's going. And she's getting fuzzy. We need to put on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. As I try to work the remote here. That did not work. She does present like she has reflux. Okay, back to the evaluation. Sorry. She scored perfect on all the categories except for one she scored advanced on, and that was gross motor. She scored above average on that one. So she does not qualify for therapy. She does not need therapy. She is perfect and beyond perfect. And that makes me and Daddy happy, because we knew that was going to be the case. We knew that was going to be the outcome, because we've been through therapies and early intervention with Georgie and Logan, and we knew that the milestones she was reaching way ahead of time were basically when she felt like doing them, they were not constant. So she didn't have high tone. She didn't have low tone. And that was the concern of the pediatrician, that she had high tone, because she rolled over at 9 days old, and I have it on video. Holy crappers. Because Logan and Nellie were doing belly time. So Logan was watching her. I left the room, and Logan yelled, "Mommy, Nellie rolled over." I grabbed my phone, I ran in there, and I'm like, holy crap, for real? For real? She's 9 days old, for real? She was already rolling from back to belly. And to go belly to back at 9 days old, it's like, holy freaking crap. So I have it on camera. I showed the pediatrician, and that's when she worried about high tone, because Nellie was holding her head up and she was rolling over. I digress. So they think she has reflux, so we're changing her feeding routine, and she's going to be just fine. So reflux is extremely common in babies, and the sooner it gets diagnosed and you get a game plan in place to try to alleviate symptoms, the better. So at 6 weeks, to get the advice from the pediatrician on how to help her was great. Because Logan didn't have reflux, he had intussusception. And so he had a hemicolectomy. So at 5 months old. And then with Georgie being shaken, he developed reflux later. Not this young. His reflux came, I want to say, when he was about 7 years old. He just started having all kinds of GI trouble around that time. Between 5 and 7 years old is when the trouble started. But I digress. Nellie is my perfect little girl. My first child who does not need early intervention or therapies or medications or surgery. And that's really all I hoped for when I got pregnant with her, was that she would be neurotypical and healthy. And to have reflux is no big deal. I have it. So, now I take medication for it. I see a GI doctor for it, other problems. Fussing in her sleep. Can you hear her? She's right in front of me in her swing, because she was sleeping after her bath. So I digress. The family's good. Baby Nellie's good. Everything's good. She is 6 weeks old, which means I am 6 weeks postpartum post-op. And I see the OB today, finally. And hopefully get released from restrictions, because they drive me nuts. Already doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing, but to be restricted and put on bed rest when I can physically feel like I physically can do something is frustrating for my personality type. When my legs don't want to work or my arms don't want to work, it's frustrating. When my neurological condition flares, because I want to do. I like to be busy. I like to be doing stuff. So hopefully I get released today and I can go back to everything I was doing. And that includes working out to some degree. Can't overdo it or I will flare the neurological condition and I could end up bedbound. I don't want to be trapped in bed anymore. I did so with Nellie for so long. I don't want to cause a relapse. So I hope to do a video soon on fish. This fish recipe. It's fish and potatoes. So hopefully I can get it done soon and get it posted, and you all will try it and love it as much as we do. So till next time, guys.